All right, we're coming back live in the studio today. Super glad you could come back in today. Right now, it's just me. Mark is coming in here pretty soon, but I've got a very special guest I want to talk about today. At Fort Knox, we've developed this relationship with the Meade County Messenger and Meade Media Group. We've worked very hard to connect Fort Knox to the Meade County and Meade County to what Fort Knox does for us locally. Please welcome to the show, and I will say this right, Licea. It's Command Sergeant Major Alex Licea, and I always say I just got to remember Saya. Just that's the part.
I think you nailed it.
I did. Well, I appreciate the practice rehearsal before,
Steve,
but
I appreciate
that. Listen, tremendous career, 25 years of service, coming on 25 years of service.
It'll be 25 when I'm looking to retire. So over 20.
Yeah,
for sure, yeah.
And you've been in position now how long?
So I'll say March 1st. It was the end of February. So going on 6 months, and it's gone
fast.
So fast.
Yeah. So
incredible.
Go back to when you first started. You went through a pre-command course. You're getting excited. You're coming to Garrison. You've had a brigade before, or this is the first?
No, this is my first brigade or colonel. Equivalent
06
position.
level.
06 level. Yep.
Clearly, they don't select just anybody for that. So coming in, you came from the 82nd Airborne, or where were all over?
Years ago, I did do time at 18th Airborne Corps, Fort Bragg, and also many years ago, I was a 3rd Brigade, 82nd Airborne. So
you're not a dirty nasty. You're not a dirty nasty leg.
No, I never got enough. I didn't get enough jumps or the jumps I wanted to. I got some injuries, but proud to be a 82nd paratrooper. Was in the Panther Brigade. So for those that are of World War II fame, in the H- 3rd Brigade. Yeah. So 505th Parachute Infantry Regiment.
Wow.
Yeah. So great time. Fort Bragg is a great place to soldier, but let me tell you, Fort Knox is a great place to be right now. So I appreciate the time, Steve. Thanks so much.
Listen, I think Fort Knox is, there's a lot of change going on in the Army right now.
Absolutely.
Obviously, that impacts us locally as a community, not just, there's 5 counties, I think, that are impacted by Fort Knox because the border and touching. You've got Hardin, you got Meade County, you got Bullitt, Jefferson a little bit, maybe not so much, but people come from Louisville to Fort Knox to work.
Well, absolutely. We have a lot of folks that live up there and they commute. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, talk to us a little bit about the changes that you see from the enlisted side of the house and from the city manager. I guess that's kind of how you would describe the job of what is a garrison CSM?
Yeah, so what I'll tell you first, Steve, is that there's no amount of training outside of just experience and getting to know how a city runs. I've been so just consumed on how everything works on a municipality level, from our Department of Public Works, our emergency services. How do we fund things? How do we keep infrastructure? I mean, it's just been an educational experience for the 6 months. Housing. Making sure our families and our soldiers have great housing so they can do their job and do what the nation asks them to do. Yeah. So from that aspect, obviously I'm part of a command team. Yep. So it's not just me. I have our deputy commander, who's retired colonel himself, Mr. Jim Bradford, and then obviously our new commander, Colonel Dave Hosted, just coming in. He's about 60 days on the job, so he's really just going through the motions.
Well, we here at Meade County, I think we got our first introduction with him at the Meade County Fair. I can't think of a better way for him to get his feet wet. And then this last week, we obviously had the Meade County Community Partner Dinner where everybody came around. And it was nice to hear from him.
Yeah, first of all, I think he was so impressed with the county fair. He even talked about it at the dinner.
He did.
Talked about the uniqueness of the tractor race and all that stuff. Yeah. But no, the dinner was fantastic, by the way. It was a Boots and Barbecue.
It was amazing.
So it was I think, even though I lived in Texas for about on and off 6 years, and El Paso was actually the capital of cowboy boots. Yeah. I bought my first pair of boots for that event specifically.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to show out. Yeah, that's right. I think I took a photo with a cowboy hat. The setup was beautiful with the Otter Creek Park set up and the Buttermilk Falls. So what a great event that was.
It was. I think Licea did a great job. That's funny because Licea and Licea.
Yeah.
But you can probably
Right.
confuse them. But
Yeah.
she's our new director for the chamber, and I thought for her first event, she did a great job.
Everything was perfectly
yeah,
timed, by the way. I thought everything
yeah.
was great. The food was good.
Yeah.
Great company and great networking, and I thought it was a
Sure.
great event. So.
Well, and it's what's neat is because Hardin County comes in, Fort Knox comes in.
Yep.
There's just a lot going on in the community. I often talk about this with the newspaper and our broadcast to Fort Knox of what's happening just in Meade County and the Fort Knox. So we'll get into some Fort Knox activities, but
Absolutely.
there's a lot of people doing a lot of things in the community that most people don't know about unless you go to 500 different Facebook pages or look what's going on, and not all the time will they pop. But in our newspaper, we've got them all listed, and we almost take up a whole full page of what's happening on the weekend or what's coming up.
Well, I tell soldiers, even young soldiers, if you can't find something to do in this region, whether it be Fort Knox internal or just in Meade, Hardin County, the external areas, you're not looking hard enough. There's a festival every weekend.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I was just at Bourbon and Blades this past week in Hardin County.
Yeah.
Fantastic event. There's events going all over the place.
Yeah.
Even Louisville World
Yeah.
Fest a couple weekends ago. That was awesome. And, we'll talk about it, but our upcoming Oktoberfest on post at Fort Knox, one of the biggest events of the year. And
Sure.
we invite everybody. It's open to the public.
Yeah.
And we really, really just show out there, and we're really, really excited for it this year.
I'm excited. Are y'all y'all are doing Steins again this year, but it's at the Saber and Quill, is that right?
So it's going to be at Brooks Field, kind of like we did the 4th of July.
It is going to be at Brooksville.
Yeah,
okay.
we're gonna have the big show out there.
Okay.
So Lederhosen, get ready. Do you have yours?
I do not.
Okay, well, try to figure that out. But I'm hearing we're gonna have I think this is the inaugural bratwurst eating contest.
Oh
I
yeah,
hope my
it is
MWR
the inaugural.
Yeah.
I've heard about that too. It was broadcast at the.
Yes.
I don't know how that's going to go. I will not be participating in that.
No, it's gonna be a great show. I'll be in the sidelines watching that as well. Maybe next year I'll compete, but yeah, that's gonna
Don't
be
do that to
something else.
yourself.
But it's from 5 to 10, and it's gonna be a fun time.
Sure.
We're expecting good weather.
Good.
Anything could happen in Kentucky. I've learned that.
Yeah, just
in the
wait a
6
minute,
months.
it'll change.
Right.
Just wait a minute.
But I'm looking forward, and the fall season's coming in.
It is. It's
We're
nice.
seeing some of the colors starting to come in. So hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll do that.
I don't know if you know this about this area, but the average temperature here is 56 degrees. If you were to take the whole sum of the years, the
Really?
average is like 56. So we've been having these really nice, cool mornings and evenings. You
That
almost
they
want to light up the campfire and sit around it in your backyard or whatever. I know you can't necessarily do that on Fort Knox everywhere.
Well, I mean, I live on post. I mean, I don't do that, but I know some folks do that.
Nice.
I'll tell you, every morning when I get up to PT, hopefully I'm still doing PT. I'm trying to at least. It's a bit chilly. So,
It does. It'll wake you up.
Yeah, well, we did have some crazy heat this summer, though, I will say.
It does get hot in July and August, but as we start to get past that Labor Day weekend, I think that's the other fun part about this area. We do get all 4 seasons, and it's not as snowy as you would like in the winter. Every winter, it's more icy and can be icy, but
Well, the Floridian in me is fine with not as much snow. The ice, I've done. It's been years, but we'll deal with that. But we had a successful CST, Cadet Summer Training, which is kind of the Super Bowl for Fort Knox.
It is
10,000, cadets along with cadre, and it was a fantastic.
Like graduations almost every other week or every
it was
week.
every 5 days, I think, is what we averaged. So. It was probably for my first CST throughout the duration. I thought it was just fantastic training, and I think we can rest assured the future of the Army is in great hands with some of these cadets coming through and these future lieutenants. So
well, and I get back to the economy on this. All of the people who come into town to watch those are here for at least 2 to 3 days to watch and see their cadet graduate.
Absolutely.
So that has a huge boost on our restaurants, our tourism. The Fort Knox community grows with that AFES and other businesses that are supported there on Fort Knox, either through AFES, MWR, or our commissary and stuff. So I think it's amazing.
On post, but even outside,
yes.
Folks are going to Hardin, Meade County, coming out here, enjoying the outdoor activities.
Yep.
So I think it's great, and it introduces a lot of people that would have never probably come to Central Kentucky.
Yep.
And it really gives them a new light on the area. So everyone loves our post, loves the area, and especially, you know, we have a lot of pride on Fort Knox.
Yes.
You know, Brooks Field is, we keep that immaculate because, you know, our cadets deserve it. And
that's right.
And our families that are coming in deserve
Oh, yeah.
to see the best. Yeah.
And the coverage that y'all do for that so that folks can see their folks from afar, even with the video and the live streaming and stuff. I mean, that's like top notch now. So if you're a cadet coming here, trust me, you'll get coverage.
Absolutely.
So not everybody will be able to make it, but we will get you a video of it somehow.
Absolutely. And I could already tell you our team and our installations are already looking forward to 2026. And we have to start planning these things out almost a year ahead because it is a big
ranges got to be booked, everything. Yeah.
Everything's got to be lined up well. But we're looking forward to the fall.
Yep.
And I'm just excited to be the Command Sergeant Major of Fort Knox. And as you said, I did compete for it. I was selected. Actually, a surprise for me. I would have never imagined myself
really
being a garrison. No, it's not in my career scope per se. But
now, what did you do for the Army career? Obviously, at the sergeant major level, you do whatever the Army tells you. But you know, when you came up through job skills and training. What did you start out with?
I want to start by saying I actually came to basic training, and I was very open about this in my speech. I came to basic training at Fort Knox in 2002. Back when we still had basic training at Knox in the old Armor Center days and all that. So I was here for that and got my first experience at Fort Knox.
Okay.
Then, of course, I was very limited on what I could see during those times.
Right.
The drill sergeants pretty much control your life for those 10 to 11 weeks or whatever it is. But so I went to Korea. My actual field is I started as a photojournalist actually, and then I became
okay.
But I've been.
I'm gonna put you to work.
Well, I communicate a lot, as you can tell. But no, I've been doing this for 23 years. Went from basic training. Went to Fort Meade for my advanced individual training, and then I went to Korea, 2003, 2004, that time frame.
Wow.
And it's just been a lot of time in the Middle East, Iraq, Afghanistan. I did both of those during the global war on terrorism time. But it's just been a great experience. The Army has given me a great experience.
Yeah.
Married, have 2 children.
Wow.
And we live on post. Thank you. They're bigger now. I mean, we're getting them. We're getting.
You're going to empty nested, and I'm completely full. I got a full house.
No, we've got some time still.
Okay.
But my daughter's starting her college at Elizabethtown Community, and my son's at Fort Knox High.
ECTC is a really great program. I mean, they are a launching pad for any direction you want to go.
Yeah.
I think they do a fabulous job for our military families and stuff too. So
absolutely, and I'm excited that she's going there. And then my son's in 11th grade at Fort Knox High, and he's excited to be there. Even though it was a little tough to leave in the middle of his high school time, he was He's very resilient, right? Like adaptable. I think most military kids are.
We are, and we're either gonna go in the military or we're going to college or something has led us to do either. That military lifestyle has told you that you can always do better than where you're at, no matter what you do, and don't ever take no for an answer because you can be anything or do anything you want to. You just have to do it. You have to work.
It's a spot on. It's very challenging, and you'll always grow and you'll learn so much about yourself. But I'm 23 years in. I have decided that this will be my last duty station.
Okay.
So I'm working through that process now, but I'm excited to kind of.
Okay.
I'm going to finish strong here. This is a great job, and I love it.
It's not a bad place to transition out of.
No.
I mean, you got a lot of options as far as, obviously, Florida could be a great place to land. I mean, taxation there is a lot different. But, with Fort Knox and where coming here, you've been short on the job as far as 6 months, and now you've got a forecast, kind of got an idea of what's going on. Where do you see you taking some of the things and opportunities that you have with Fort Knox to help grow Fort Knox?
Well, I think we are like the Army's transforming. We mentioned that earlier, the Army Transformation Initiative, and lethality, continued transformation. So there's clear leadership intent there. Fort Knox provides such an aspect to it. We have. I will say maybe outside of no, you know what? I think we have some of the best training facilities and upgraded facilities across our Army. the number of reserve and guard units that come to train on Fort Knox is astounding.
Right.
And active duty. We 101st Airborne, who was our neighbor to the south, I guess, 2.5 hours. They're always up here.
Yeah.
And they love it. I mean, because we just provide these grounds that they don't have at Fort Campbell.
Yeah.
So they're constantly up here. We provide such a platform for readiness that it's
that air ground combat operation, which is a pivotal point for our Army today, especially with drone warfare and all the different, because aviation is more than just touch and go helicopter now. It's so much more.
Well, the combined arms aspect of the training is 100% here, and then also the soldiers just enjoy being at Fort Knox when they do get some downtime.
Yeah.
Whether it be going to Sam Adams, hanging out, taking a couple days, a couple hours off or whatever on the back end, or going to like a Sabre and Quill, or just using our MWR facilities or anything like that.
Yeah.
We're excited to have them.
Yep.
And I think we can continue this for Fort Knox because readiness, when it comes to training, it's pivotal, right?
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
With all of that training coming in, there's a lot of organizations that are also on Fort Knox to help support Fort Knox families and stuff like that. You're also involved in several of them. I know recently the Kentucky Bluegrass Sergeants Major Association, they had their golf tournament. You're involved in that. I think every garrison gets tagged with that Sergeant Major, and that's a great thing because it's important, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I belong to that organization. It's open for Master Sergeants now. I think we lowered it down to Sergeant's First Class.
Yeah, we're looking at Sergeant First Class promotables. So I will tell you, I am the president of that. The charter, wants to make sure we have an active duty force in there, an active duty presence. We had our golf scramble, by far and away our best golf scramble.
Good.
According to many that I've spoken to who've been in the association.
Fantastic.
The great thing is with the scramble, it is a revenue generating event. All the money goes back to the future of Central Kentucky.
Sure.
So we have a scholarship program.
Yes.
And every year we give out 6 $1,000 scholarships to local area students or scholars heading to college or post-secondary certifications. Doesn't have to be a university per se. It could be a certification for welding, plumbing, whatever. And we really help aid that education for those students. So we've had students from Fort Knox High, Hardin, Meade County. We had a recipient last year from that. I believe we were on the newspaper back when we awarded them, so thank you for that.
Yeah, we're doing that again this year.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. So I think we raised over half of our already funds to give those scholarships out, shops out already. So it was a fantastic event. Camaraderie.
Yes.
People from across the region came out. We met some new folks, even from Louisville.
Okay.
Came out to support, and we had 20 teams.
Good.
So four-person teams, and it was great. So that's one of the big things we did. The other thing I'm involved with is our Better Opportunity for Single Soldiers program.
Right.
With our junior troopers.
And some senior too, because you get the they're here as geo bachelors or bachelorettes.
A lot of them are, maybe they're not married yet, so they're living in the unaccompanied housing or what we call the barracks, right? But we do a lot of community events. We supported some relief efforts following the major flooding in the region. We handed out some critical supplies. Helped folks, non-governmental organizations, NGOs to really. So we were very involved, and in fact, the mayor of Radcliffe honored us with a certificate of appreciation. We went to City Hall.
Yeah,
it was awesome. So I mean,
that'd be Mayor JJ Duvall.
JJ Duvall, I love it. Great guy, by the way. We were just at Bourbon and Blades, and fantastic event. So congrats to Radcliffe. Shout out. But no, it really shows that Fort Knox and the Central Kentucky region is just a partnership.
It is. I think that's one of the things that drew me into doing what I'm doing now, even after service, is that you never. I just so you know, you never stop serving. It's in our blood, and you can't. And it just when they say the word retirement, just you might as well throw that word out. It's just another phase that you get into. It's fun though.
Yeah, no, you're serving in a different capacity. You may not be wearing the uniform anymore, but absolutely. But soldiers are great, and just to see the passion in some of our young troopers now, and we've got some exciting things. But no, Fort Knox has a lot going on, but so does the other surrounding counties.
Sure.
And it's hard to keep up, but it's a good thing.
Well, it is. And I want to say I appreciate seeing you at a lot of these activities. You've really taken on the role very well, and you've been a present participant, if I could say that politically
thanks.
correct. But you have been sleeves up since you've been here, and super approachable. If you haven't got to meet Sergeant Major Licea,
Alex is fine too. That's fine.
Licea. You need to meet him because, and if you see him anywhere, you just need to walk up to him and shake his hand. He's always willing to meet and greet. But you've played such an active role, and I think that's. It's deserving of the position, one, and two, it speaks to the level of leadership that's being grown in our Army, and it's a tremendous opportunity to see you out doing what you're doing.
I think of it as when I get to go out, it's an easy day. It's such a great, everyone's welcoming, everyone loves Fort Knox, and really are just behind what we do as an Army and a greater force. But such an appreciative community. I will say you guys have great food across the board too. Meade County especially, great barbecue. Yeah, no, I've been getting a little bit out here more, so I definitely want to do that and bring my son on some hikes.
Maybe we'll see you on the Buttermilk Falls Trail sometimes, Otter Creek. They keep talking about that as growing in Meade County as well, and that's going to be breaking news when we find out when all of that gets settled with the Department of Interior. But it's all in trains on the tracks, and it's just a matter of when it arrives to the station. So.
Well, I could just tell you, I think our morale welfare office. I think we're having a couple hikes. I think maybe even today, as we're recording.
Yeah.
But if not, I know as we head into the fall season,
there's some plans.
So I think it's just great to get some of our soldiers and families outside, and it's great. And it's great to do that. So
interesting fact: if you're out visiting Buttermilk Falls, there are some folks that frequent Buttermilk Falls on a regular basis, and they plant little painted rocks. And there's these little
I heard about this.
Rock villages and stuff like that. It's almost like finding the Smurfs, but you can't find the Smurfs. So it's really neat what some of our well-traveled travelers on the Buttermilk Falls have done. And then, of course, the organization that maintains that. It's a phenomenal job. They all do great work out there. What is it about Fort Knox that you want Meade County to know today that they need to get ready for? Outside of, we got Oktoberfest coming up. Yeah. Y'all have got some things besides Oktoberfest going from September all the way into October. Anything that you want to highlight before we wrap up the show today?
No, I mean, I've obviously we welcome everyone to Oktoberfest. As we head into the October-November time, we're looking at some fun runs coming up. We've got the Agony Misery kind of thing. Everyone's familiar with those hills. I think I want to say it's a 10K, maybe a 5K, but regardless, it's a challenge physically, mentally.
Now, did you do that in basic training?
I did.
Yes.
I think we did it twice, if I remember, 20, almost going on to over 23 years ago. But yes, and you did it with the old school Alice pack.
That big old metal rub in your back.
That rubber, that frame. So we have that. November, obviously, we head into the Thanksgiving season.
Sure.
We're looking at, for our junior troopers, a big Friendsgiving.
Okay.
So we're looking to have, over 200 soldiers take part and just have some good camaraderie and some esprit de corps, as we say, cohesion and get to, if not everyone gets to go home for Thanksgiving. So we want to do that. Obviously our famous, Warrior Restaurant, for those that used to call it the mess hall, we have the big Thanksgiving spread coming up as well. We've got Veterans Day coming up, and we're doing some activities for that, and also honoring our veterans. And we've got, obviously, tomorrow the commemoration of 9/11 will be at the Radcliffe Veterans Cemetery there, honoring those events and just reflecting on that. But
don't forget, right?
Yes,
never forget.
And it's 24 years now, which is just to think about it.
I know
how fast everything's gone, but
it does go quickly.
It does, and so many gave after that. But obviously thinking of always of New York and DC and the folks in Pennsylvania.
So when that actually happened, I was doing something similar, but I was in a uniform, and I was at the local radio station doing recruiting, and we just started the show and the first one had hit.
Yeah.
And before the second one had hit, the production manager for the radio station come running in while we were live and said, "We're under attack." And it just happened to be that I'm in an Army uniform sitting on a microphone talking to the morning show host. So it's odd that I'm doing this similar type of activity this many years later.
Yeah, no, and I was, I think, in my second year of college, or I was going through like a community college thing in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Actually.
Yeah.
So, I joined the, 9 months later, and here we are. But
do you think patriotism is up like it was around that time frame now?
I don't know. It's hard to say. It depends where you are. I mean, I think for us, obviously, who wear the uniform, we're reminded every day with the flag on our uniform. But I mean, I think people, the spirit of just community.
Yeah.
I think evolved from that. Now with social media and all these different platforms and streaming, have we lost some of that? Maybe. But I will say that military towns are unique. They're special. Or regional, and I think there is a core here.
No, there is. This is one of the probably most patriotic states that. I'd say there's patriotism in every state in the United States.
Oh, absolutely.
But Kentucky is a very proud state, and I'm super happy to be here. That's for sure.
Yeah. I love Kentucky. It's almost like it took me by surprise a little bit. Being from Florida, I have a Cuban American background.
Sure.
Not necessarily something I would have thought of, but no, it's a great place, and my family loves it here.
Very cool.
I will say, obviously, our big holidays coming up too on Fort Knox. We've got a ton of stuff, and as we enter that season, but no. If you want to check out anything on Fort Knox, our MWR website is up and running. We welcome the community to Oktoberfest, obviously.
Yep.
We got plenty of runs coming up. We've got plenty of events. We're big on, I think we have the best library in the Department of the Army.
Okay.
I don't know. Our library.
It's okay to be biased. You are the sergeant major.
I am, but
it's okay.
there is so much programming that our MWR does. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
There is so much going on. I'm just trying to keep up and inform the community, inform even in-house. But
and if they don't have it and you bring it up, usually they'll try to figure a way if it's feasible to do. If there's a large enough participation, they'll come up with a solution. But even the rental facility for MWR, between tables, bass boats, fishing boats, kayaks, canoes, campers,
there's everything.
Horseshoe pits. You won't be able to get yard darts, but they got the safer ones. But
well, we've got the cornhole.
Yeah,
which it's
the next fan favorite.
Yeah, it's a huge fan favorite.
Oh
but
my goodness!
No, let me tell you that I've just been so happy to be here, and I'm really excited for what the next year and a half come. Me and the new Garrison commander, Colonel Dave Hosted, who will be on your show soon.
Yeah.
I think we're just really getting on our groove, and I'm a little ahead of him, but
that's okay.
We're getting our stride.
Yeah.
And I think I know there's some upcoming parades and things like that, and I just want to thank you.
Yeah.
Thank the people of Meade County.
And I appreciate the timing to get to know you. And I definitely, if there's something we can do here at the Meade Media Group and the Messenger, we want to help make sure that those messages get out to our community. As you know, a large population of our community here in Meade County works there at Fort Knox, and they wear the uniform or they're in the civilian suit that supports the soldiers.
Yeah, and a lot of them are retired military themselves, so still serving. 30, 40, even 50 years sometimes. But no, we welcome everybody. Come spend time with us. Looking forward to the Meade County Fair. Another review's coming out for this year, and then next year is going to be probably even bigger and better.
It is.
And wow, just an exciting time to be in Central Kentucky, and the future looks extremely bright.
Well, thanks, Sergeant Major. Hey, if you haven't gotten to the newsstand yet, you need to go out there and check it out. We have the Fair Review in newsstands near you. You can pick it up. And on Fort Knox, 400 issues in circulation
I see
on
it
Fort
after
Knox.
the commissary.
That's right. So if you're at Fort Knox and you catch this later on a show, please go check it out. They're free for you on Fort Knox. All the other newsstands here out in the community, not on Fort Knox. Yep, they're only $1.50, or you can subscribe. So give us a call at 270-422-2155 if you'd like more information on how to subscribe, or check us out at themessengerky.com, and you can see a live podcast of this there, or a playback of the podcast there. But Sergeant Major, thanks for being on the show again today.
Thank you so
much.
Yeah.
Super glad to see you. Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.